Coming up next, hear how members of the city of Hampton are introducing the world to their community by sharing the unique stories of the people who call it home. That's next. Welcome to Our Issues Hampton Roads. I'm your host, Ray Pearson. Storytelling is important because it's a fundamental way humans communicate, connect, and understand the world. Stories allow us to introduce experiences, learn about different cultures and perspectives, and even build a sense of community. Sharing stories helps spur innovation, celebrate identity, and provide some form of documentation for preserving pockets of history that would otherwise be lost. Joining me now is Jay Johnson and Sheila Arnold, co-founders of Everybody's Got a Story, which can be found at hamptonstorytelling.art, an organization that celebrates the voices, experiences, and rich histories of the people who call the city of Hampton or Hampton Roads home. I love the way you are bringing everybody in to tell a story, because I love a good story. Okay. I love a good story. So what events led you all to creating Everybody's Got a Story? Oh, and you were already laughing.
Well, the story has to start with Jay, because Jay is the one that definitely put together Everybody's Got a Story, but she's going to put me in it, so just know that that's going to happen.
You're in her story.
Yes. She's in the story because she's my mentor. I didn't start telling stories semi-professionally until I was 80 years old.
Wow. Did you say till you were 80?
80, yes. So
life can begin at 80.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. I love that.
There's somewhere else you can be.
True word.
Okay, you just tell me you were funny.
Oh, yeah, believe it or not. So I studied a little bit on this, Sheila, and then she told me I was a natural, so just go tell stories. And so, we coming out of the pandemic and all of that kind of thing. And I said to Sheila, I want to get together with you and tell you about an idea. And she said, okay.
It didn't go quite like that. It was a phone call that she gave me and said, Sheila, I want to start a storytelling festival. And my response in January of 2023 was, that's a great idea. We can do it next year. And you said,
next year's too late. I'm not getting any younger. We're going to do it this year.
Okay. So she had a tall order and she had you on a timetable.
Yes.
That's some tease for us.
And someone else said to me, nobody starts a festival without the money. You get the money first, then you do the festival.
So you didn't do that?
I didn't have the money at the time that I talked to her.
Okay, well, the money came.
The money came.
If you think it, it will come.
It did that time.
or if you keep talking long enough.
Well, then tell me, who are the organization's founders? I know they can read because I think it said co-founders on your name key.
Yes.
So you all are the reason.
We are the co-founders, and then I called together a group of people that I had worked with previously. They call themselves the Walking Wounded. They're all retired.
Okay.
And so it was Anita Harrell and Cindy Carlson, Lorraine Pless, and Eileen Engel. And then from the library, unretired, was Shannon Fescu, and from the city of Hampton, Gabe Diaz with the Citizens Unity Commission. What? And we all got together, and at that point, I called a classmate of mine, college classmate, that I knew had megabucks, and I asked her if she would, give me the money for this festival.
Okay, I need that person's name, but go ahead.
No, there's a more her name. They don't.
She said what I was saying. She said that I knew had megabucks.
No, but they don't even know what her name is.
Oh, that's smart.
She sent me the money to do the first festival. She said, what do you need? I told her one time. She said, you got it. I said, okay, good enough. And so I wish that could happen every year. But because she did that, we were able to have the first festival.
So we're not saying her name, but we want her to know how important she was.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for making this happen.
Exactly.
That is really powerful. So what had to happen other than the money
Yes.
to get this thing going?
Well, we had to find out where we were going to do it first. We had to find locations for it. We had to decide a schedule for it. We had to contact storytellers because just so we have a timeline here. She asked, we're going to do this in January of 2023, and she said, I said, do you have a potential date? Since it's not going to be next year. She said, yes, July. I've looked at the calendar. It will be July 2023.
Because the city of Hampton didn't have any festivals in July. So I had a reason for picking July.
So she had a reason. And yes. And so.
No money at the time. Okay. All right.
So it was like, okay, well, all right. That's and because of her persistence and her kept saying, you know, I could be dead next year. I could be dead next year. It never happened, you know. And so and really because she had this, she wanted to see stories be a part of the way, the culture that was in Hampton, and that we had so many stories to tell, and just get people learning about storytelling and experiencing that. And so we had to get the venues, we had to get the money, yes, but the venues and the storytellers. So literally, I'm calling my friends. I'm a professional storyteller. That's my job. So I'm calling my.
Doing it for 35 years.
Well, for 20.
I know she aged
You look at 22. It's all right. She can age you. That's all right.
23.
Okay, no, honey, I'm 60 and all proud of it. Thank you very, very much. Amen. Amen. If she could be proud when she was 80, I can be proud that I am 60 at this
Well,
point.
let me ask y'all something though, because I think storytelling, at least from what I remember from my childhood, was a big deal for my elders. They told stories sitting around the evenings, and we used to sit at their feet and listen, and were fascinated. Do you think that's lost now, or at least it was fading?
Well, I think we're trying to find it because the people who come to storytelling all say that. You know, we heard the stories of family reunions and blah, blah, blah. But we are trying to get them to tell the stories because their young people are not necessarily hearing them. And so that is a part of losing your culture because it's a transmission of what was important to you that you transfer to young people.
Everybody has a culture. Every home represented has a culture and a history that needs to be preserved.
Well, let me just say something that you just said and that you said that I had never really put together. We tend to make it the problem of youth, that the youth don't want to hear the stories. We tend to do that. But based on what you just said and what you just said, it's who is transmitting the story. So if we cannot engage older people to tell the story, because they have this perception that youth
Nobody
won't
wants to
listen.
hear them.
And that is an untrue, it's such an untruth. Because, I mean, I travel all around the country. I do performances with young people all over the country. And I have never seen youth. I mean, they are fascinated. When I put parents and their kids, and I tell parents in these different workshops I do, share with your kids how you used to listen to music when you were a kid. And just, you know, and I said, and be specific. You know, it's interesting to me that the kids are just like, on bated breath because their parents don't talk. So I think that what we're saying, and I think we have to change the way that we're saying it, hearing the two of you, is that it's not contingent on the youth to go find the story. It's contingent on us, the elders, to go tell the stories.
That's powerful.
It's a truth but I didn't really put that together until right here, until talking about this.
Okay. Are you a good storyteller? Find out how you can qualify to join the Everybody's Got a Story talent list when we come back.